Shalom, like give all honor and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Rakah Kodash, like give double honors to our apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Salutations to all you sincere Akim pushing his word across the four corners of the earth. This is an article from MSN.com, and the title says, China launches missile that could strike U.S. territory. This came out on January the 29th, 2019. China has released footage of a new intermediate range ballistic missile that has enough range to strike U.S. territory, dubbed by some as the Guam Killer. The Dongfeng 26 or DF-26 ballistic missile has a range of 1,864 to 3,567 miles, according to the South China Morning Post. So that nuclear missile by China is called Dongfeng. If you go on Wikipedia, it says Dongfeng missile, medium and intercontinental range ballistic missiles. China currently is capable of targeting its nuclear forces throughout the region and most of the world, including the continental United States. Newer systems such as the DF-31, DF-31A, and JL-2 will give China a more survivable nuclear force. And here's the key point right here. The Dongfeng, literally east wind, are a family of short, medium, intermediate range and intercontinental ballistic missiles operated by the Chinese People's Liberation Army Rocket Force. So the east wind. And this is also prophesied in the scriptures by our forefather Job. And this is Job, the 27th chapter and the 19th verse. And this is a parable Job is speaking through the spirit of Yahweh Ba'ashem Shai. The rich man shall lie down. And the rich man in this case is talking about Esau, a.k.a. the so-called Caucasians today. But he should not be gathered. He opened his eyes, and he is not. Terrors take hold on him as waters. A tempest stealing him away in the night. And here's the point. The east wind carried him away, and he departed. And as a storm hurled him out of his place. How it's going to come out of his place? These nuclear missiles are going to take Esau, a.k.a. the so-called Caucasians, out of their place of rulership on this planet Earth. And this is all biblical prophecy coming to pass. So that as a storm hurled him out of his place. How it goes into in the book of Sirach, how the kingdom is translated from one people to another. You know, so these nuclear missiles, ultimately designed by Yahweh Ba'ashem Shai, it was meant for Esau to be taken out of his place. And these are the times that we are in. So going back to the article, that means the U.S. island of Guam, located in the Pacific Ocean, will be within striking distance of the missile from mainland China. Experts have suggested the recent CCTV footage showing a successful test launch of the missile is a message directed at leaders in Washington. Beijing wants to demonstrate that it can hold at risk U.S. strategic assets such as carriers and bases. Adam Nee, a China researcher at Macquarie University in Australia, told SCMP. It's an attempt to reinforce the notion that the PLA, People's Liberation Army, has the capability to sink U.S. carriers and inflict unacceptable damage on American forces, Nee explained. Within the context of increasing strategic competition and tension between the two countries, the latest drills are just another signal to the U.S. about the prevails or escalation, he added. Jump down right here. It says, tensions have increased between the U.S. and China since last year, with President Donald Trump launching a trade war targeting hundreds of billions of dollars in imports from the Asian nation. Talks to resolve the crisis are ongoing, with negotiators expressing optimism. But intelligence agencies and politicians have also raised alarm bells about China's other actions in the U.S. Chinese multinational tech companies such as Huawei and ZTE have become the subject of intense scrutiny, with officials warning their devices and networks could be used to spy on Americans. And this is Yahweh Ba'ashem Shai. He's putting that spirit in these different nations to look at America sideways now. And now these other countries have the same type of nuclear power as America, or even better now. And that's how Bashan he's raising these other countries up, and they're going to destroy America, a.k.a. Babylon the Great. And this is the book of Jeremiah, the 50th chapter, and the 14th verse. Put yourselves in array against Babylon round about. And Babylon is America. It says put yourselves in array. So let's get that word array in the freedictionary.com. It says to set out for display or use, place in an orderly arrangement. Then you jump down here, you see 2, military, an orderly or regular arrangement, especially of troops in battle order. Those nuclear missiles, aka ICBMs, they are pretty much like troops or horsemen, according to the scriptures. And Yahweh Shai, he's going to set every single nuclear missile in the array or arrangement, however he wants them to hit. Every target. It's not going to miss. Because in the book of Hebrews, the 12th chapter, it says that for our power, it's a consuming fire. So Yahweh Shai's spirit is going to be inside those nuclear missiles. And it's going to hit every target that he destined for it to hit. So that's how you know that those nuclear missiles are not going to miss their targets. And this is a book of Revelation 9 and 16. And the number of the army of the horsemen were 200,000, and I heard the number of them. And that's 200 million missiles. And those nuclear missiles are going to destroy America, a.k.a. Babylon the Great, in 1 hour, according to the book of Revelation. So those nuclear missiles are also known as horsemen. Those are like those battle troops we just saw in the free dictionary about array, which links up to Jeremiah the 50th chapter and the 14th verse. And another precept to line up with that is this is Joel the 2nd chapter. Jump down to the 3rd verse. A fire devoured before them, and behind them a flame burned. Those are nuclear missiles. The land is as the Garden of Eden before them, and behind them a desolate wilderness. Yea, and nothing shall escape them, because a nuclear missile is like a destroying wind, as the scriptures say. Everything in its path is going to become desolated. Verse 4, the appearance of them is as the appearance of horses, and as horsemen, so shall they run. Like the noise of chariots on the tops of mountains shall they leap, like the noise of a flame of fire that devoured the stubble, as a strong people set in battle array. So those are times that we're coming to, the time of World War III. And we're pretty much here now in the initial stages of World War III. These countries already have their nuclear weaponry geared up. They try to get even more better with their technology. And it's all going to be used on America. And this is what these people don't understand, that they think that America is going to overcome this situation by defeating Russia, China, Iran, all these other countries when this war comes. But it's not so, according to biblical prophecies. So those horsemen or those ICBMs are going to be like noise of chariots on the tops of mountains should they leap, which meaning they're going to be coming from one continent to the other. And once they hit their target, it's going to be like a destroying wind, destroying every single thing in its path, including people. This is the book of Isaiah, the 13th chapter, in the 4th verse. The noise of a multitude in the mountains, like as of a great people, a tumultuous noise of the kingdoms of nations gathered together. And when something tumultuous is very loud and noisy, you know, that's going into those nuclear missiles. Because when they hit, the scriptures say in the book of Isaiah, it's going to be like, you know, it's going to be pretty much like an earthquake. You know, the earth is going to reel to and fro like a drunkard. Because those heavy nuclear missiles, it's just going to be hitting the place like doom, doom, doom. And this whole earth is going to be just shaking. And it says the noise of a multitude in the mountains, like as of a great people, a tumultuous noise of the kingdoms of nations gathered together. The Lord of hosts mustered the host of the battle. So Yahweh Shai, he's going to host this battle in the land of, or the valley of, Jehoshaphat. which means the Most High's judgment, Yahweh's judgment, Yahweh Shaphat. And when you muster something, you pretty much you gather or assembly troops to a battle. And this is where Yahweh Basham Shah is gearing up all these other nations, including America, to get ready to fight this last war on earth, which is World War III. And this links up with it. This is Isaiah, the 9th chapter, and the 5th verse. For every battle the warriors will confuse noise and garments rolled in blood. Just like you see movies like Spartacus, 300, Braveheart. When they fought with shields, swords, bucklers. They fought on the ground, things of that such. But this war right here, which is talking about World War III, but this should be with burning and fury of fire. So yeah, those are the times that we're in right now. You're seeing these countries are gearing up, and they just steadily improving in their nuclear weaponry. And all this is going to be for the destruction of America, a.k.a. Babylon the Great. As you can see, China launches missiles that could strike U.S. territory. And we keep hearing these rumors of wars, and we just in January 2019. Things are heating up very fast through the spirit and power of Yahweh Basham Shah. Yahweh Basham Shah is making moves. And it's very exciting times that we are in. Because we know when this happens, that's when our kingdom is going to be ushered in by our King and our Lord and Savior, Yahweh Shah. So we looking forward to this, man. And Lord willing, we are those same men that's coming back in our stead and our lot that we was looking forward to back in the ancient world. When the apostles saw Yahweh Shah about to get ready to leave, they asked him in the book of Acts, the 1st chapter, will you restore the kingdom of heaven this time? They was looking forward to the kingdom. And Lord willing, we are those same men coming back in the spirit and power of Yahweh Basham Shah. We're looking forward to Yahweh Shah go ahead and set up the kingdom now. So this is Matthew 13 and 17. For verily I say unto you that many prophets and righteous men have desired to see those things which ye see. And what we're seeing right now, we're seeing blood moons, government shutdown, which can lead to an economic collapse. We're seeing the microchip getting pushed more and more into the news, which is the mark of the beast of the scriptures. We're hearing about these rumors of wars. We're seeing and hearing about earthquakes all around. We also seeing Yahweh Basham Shah is waking the elect of his people up to who they really are. It says, for verily I say unto you that many prophets and righteous men have desired to see those things which ye see, and have not seen them, and to hear those things which ye hear, and have not heard them. And through the spirit and power of Yahweh Basham Shah, we are seeing and hearing those things now. So that was the point right there. Just a quick article. Just letting you know, China launches missiles that could strike U.S. territory. And that's the times that we're in, the time of World War III. So I'd like to give all honor and glory again to Yahweh Basham Yahweh Shah, Basham Rakah Kwadash, like give double honors to our apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Salutations to all you sincere Akim. Stay strong. Shalom.